Hi, I'm Michael Arnold, founder of Conscious Acupuncture. People often ask me how I got into acupuncture, and it's such an interesting story because I got into it from having it myself. It was about 20 years ago now, and I started to suffer from insomnia. I was at university, the first year of a degree in neuroscience. I had this idea I wanted to be a research scientist, and I was just fascinated with the brain. Anyway, that's kind of a different story, but I started to get really bad insomnia. My best friend at the time had just died, and it was such a shock that I just didn't know how to deal with the grief, basically that came because of that. And my mum was having acupuncture at the time, and she suggested I should try it. And I thought, okay, let's give it a try. I didn't know much about it at the time, um, and was went along for my first acupuncture session and was kind of blown away by it, really. Like within about 6 weeks, started to feel. Actually, after the first session, I noticed something shifting. I noticed something had changed already. But within about 6 weeks, the insomnia completely went away. But that was really only the less than half of it, actually. It was I just started to notice a greater sense of peace in myself, and in fact, I started to feel more peace than I ever had done in my whole life. And I kind of felt, I was like, this is how I should feel. This is how it should feel to be alive. And I started to realize, well, why do more people not know about this five element acupuncture thing? So I pretty much within a few months I decided I wanted to study it. I wanted to become an acupuncturist. It was kind of a no-brainer. I finished my degree, but straight away started studying acupuncture and never looked back really. So that was about 20 years ago. And people often ask also, what's different about five element acupuncture? And really, I guess to sum it up, is that when you're treating someone with five element acupuncture, the aim is to find and to treat what's called the causative factor. So you're not just treating the symptoms, you're treating the root cause of any imbalance for that person. And we don't claim to be miracle workers. If you're expecting overnight results, that's not what we do. We're more aimed at long-lasting benefit. That's not to say things can't change relatively quickly, but usually, as a rule, the longer the situation has been going on for, the longer it takes to shift. But we're aiming to find and to treat the cause of what's happening for you. And quite often that's at a level that is beyond the physical level. So research shows that between about 60 and 80% of all illnesses these days are actually caused by stress. And this is actually research of people going to doctor's surgeries. And I think a lot more people are realizing that though we have more physical nourishment and better living conditions than ever before, there's more illness than ever before. And why is that? And to me, and that's what this system of acupuncture speaks to, is that there's more malaise of the spirit, I think, than ever before. And what do I mean by that? I mean by the fact there's less community, we have less access to kind of wisdom. There's a lot of knowledge, but not a lot of wisdom. And we've forgotten how to live in harmony with ourselves and to check in with ourselves and to look at what's going on inside. And quite often when that starts to happen, that's when the real transformation happens with this system of acupuncture. It's quite difficult to explain what actually happens, but many people experience quite a profound shift in their way of being in the world. And because it's quite difficult to explain, that's kind of the main reason we offer this money back guarantee, so that it gives you a way of finding out what it can do for you without risking anything financially. Because as I said, it's something that you have to really kind of experience for yourself. That's a little bit about how I got into acupuncture, a little bit about what we do. So if you'd like to find out more about if it could help you, then we offer a free consultation where you can come along and meet one of our practitioners and have a chat, and they can find out about your unique situation and give you a realistic expectation of what's possible for you, because it's not in our interest to give you an unrealistic expectation, particularly if we know that you can ask for the money back. That's another kind of benefit of that. We only actually we're not going to give you unrealistic expectations. Also, if you're still thinking about it, a good place to start is to download the free e-course that I put together called Good Stress, Bad Stress. There's a link at the top of every page in the grey bar you can see on this website that links you to that sign up for the e-course. And basically that gives you some, it's kind of life hacks, ways of dealing with stress that I've picked up over the years, mindfulness techniques. There's one that's particularly interesting that was developed by a neuroscientist about how to turn anxiety into excitement, because he found that actually when you're excited and when you're anxious, the body has a very similar response. Your heart beats faster, your palms become sweaty, adrenaline's pumping through your body, both for when you're excited and when you're anxious. The only difference is the interpretation your mind puts on it. So he gives a way of actually how to reframe it so that your body and your mind believe, and actually you feel excited rather than feeling anxious. So that's just one of the little tips in that email series. So that's it for now, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.